morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm with the wonderful Chris Edwards and it's Focus Friday, y'all.
Good morning.
Focus Friday. The first Focus Friday of season 3, and we are going to talk about immediately. We're not going to go into too much, but it's definitely all about California today with wildfires. And I got a bunch of websites loaded up and ready for you guys to look at, places that you can also help and donate to. So it's all about the LA wildfires, and we'll be talking about that in great deal. But however, there was breaking news this morning.
Yes. About
the
an hour
Supreme
ago.
Court has upheld the law. The Congress, remember, law is different from opinion or a executive action, executive order. That's different. Law means Congress created the law. The Senate approved what Congress created, and then the president signed it into law. And the Supreme Court held it up that it does not infringe on freedom of speech. Social media is corporate media, and we all need to get that right. They had a good time on Don Lemon this morning.
Yeah.
He had to change his show because people were freaking out, and people were like, the TikTokers were losing their minds. Well,
so as of Sunday, it will be gone. Now, here, let's clarify real quick. I know we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but
no, go ahead. We got some time.
It's not going to go away completely. For those that have TikTok on their phones, they'll be able to continue to use this. Anyone who wants to download it after the 19th will not be able to, because it will not be available in any of the stores. Google Play, Apple App Store, none of those. And what's going to eventually happen, it will eventually go away because, all these apps do update their software on their devices, and those older versions become obsolete and become unfunctional and unsupported. So as time goes on, it won't be supported anymore, and then it'll cease to stop working. So TikTok's not going away completely on Sunday if the ban does go into full effect, but it will lose functionality over time, and then eventually this will stop working.
Yeah, it will just fade into the ecos.
Yeah, and it looks like Elon's not going to purchase it after all.
No. Well, first of all, it costs a lot of money. Well, he's the richest man in the world, but I'm sure, Elon probably has some regrets of buying Twitter.
Absolutely.
I mean, he has lost so much money on Twitter, and people are still continuing to leave. Blue Sky continues to grow.
Yeah.
And what's sad, which is crazy, is that Gwendolyn and I talk about it all the time, is that these trolls cannot stay there alone, so they try to come over to Blue Sky. Trolls are trolls. They feast off of trolling, and
they're like maggots. They're just looking for flesh to grow it on. But the one thing I love about Blue Skies, I mean, just like other platforms, it's very easy to block somebody. And then when people see other trolls on the platform, they call them out and they tell them to go block them and remove them.
Yes, they take a picture of their screen, and then they put it out and say, "This is a troll," or "This is a scammer," or "This person is a thief who steals your photography and will place it on their accounts." Because there is a couple of people out there that do it. There are a couple of people, not is, but there are. Grammatically correct. But so there are bad players everywhere. But what I love about the new communities are that they are everyone is invested. They feel invested. And so they are acting accordingly.
They want to protect it.
They want to protect it. It's a safe space. Blue Sky has become a safe space for those that are interested in following me on Blue Sky. You can just go again, scan that little QR code that's on the screen here. You'll be able to get all my information. Also, a lot of that was being put in there is fan base. I am on a fan base. I am developing that audience, and I'm also on Twitch, which I'm also developing that audience. The reason why you can't put all your eggs in one media basket.
Yeah.
Now, start looking at other ways, and also make sure for all those that I'm talking about, these are the hardcore Touch Base Daily family and community. Make sure that you also fill out the go to my website, go to and sign up for newsletters and be placed on the mailing list. The one thing people cannot they won't be able to control so much are so far we know, your Gmail and your mail listings and stuff like that. So your mail listing is becoming more and more important as we move forward. So if you are in there, do that. Also, if you're here this morning, can you all hit the like? Hit a like. Keep hitting likes, because again,
I'm gonna do that right now.
Matter. The algorithms do matter. And so if you all hit the like, everyone hit the likes right now. Go to look there on the screen and hit that like. Hit that like. And what it does, it generates it keeps like what they call it, multiplying out. As people are liking, it sends more messages out. Like it sends more messages out. So that's how we get more people in the community. And so hit the like. Everybody should hit the like. We should have even likes, meaning if there's 100 people in the audience, which one day we'll have, and it should be 100 likes. And continue to hit the like. Also engage. Okay, let's say some good mornings. Some good mornings. First person in the building is Mr. Anthony Roland. Woo! Mr. Anthony Roland is in the building. So good to see you, sir. And Miss G, hey, y'all. She says, hey, y'all. David Mascaro is in the building. Good morning, all. So good to see you. And Chris R, she says, good morning. For some reason, I just think you're saying it like that. Good morning. Anyway, Rashawn is in the building, our wonderful supporter. Y'all need to send Rashawn some hugs.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people in here that are like on my Patreon, that are free Patreon members, and they don't support financially what we do here. This woman right here, I gotta give her a shout out, because she puts money. I'm not gonna tell you what she does, because she may want to keep it secret, but she supports this platform. And this platform is on because of Rashawn. We have a StreamYard account because of Rashawn. So I just want y'all to know, y'all need to be thanking I call them the headliners in this community, because they are the pillars. They are the pillars. So again, good morning, she says. Happy Friday, Ron and Chris in Touch Base Daily family. Thank you, Rashawn, for being such a supporter. Always there. And I'm still waiting for your favorite photo so I can send it to you so you can have a download, doll. Get that to me so I can get that to you, because you deserve it. You deserve it. You can have that and you can print it any size you want. There you go. Now I might have to come out to Ohio to sign it. Hey, Hannah's in the building. She says, good morning, Ron and Chris. Good job. Good job. Kelly A is in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. And I see also, and yeah, G says, for those trolls, misery needs company. And let me see who else is in here. Anthony says, I snitched on Blue Sky. And I see also LinkedIn is in the building. Someone's requested Jambo all and Happy New Year from Tanzania, East Africa. Woo!
Wow.
Thank you, Jambo. I love it. Jambo from East Africa is in the building from our wonderful LinkedIn audience.
What time is it there?
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. And Rashawn says, "Oh, thank you, Ron. No, thank you, Rashawn. Thank you. You make this possible." He says, "I have to go through your photos again." Definitely. Okay, so we're here. So you know about the Supreme Court ruling. That is fresh news. You know there's a confirmation going on this morning, but who cares? You know they're all going to get through, no matter how bad they are. They are all DE hires. Don't. What's someone said this morning? Didn't earn it. That's what DEI stands for. Didn't earn it. DEI. They are truly all going to be DEI hires for the cabinet of the Orange Menace. Yes, no longer will I say his name. He says Jambo means hello in Swahili. I like it, Jambo. Jambo. I cannot wait to get to East Africa. I have not been to East Africa yet. Been to South Africa, been to West Africa, but I have not been to, I haven't been to North Africa, and I haven't been to East Africa yet. I'm on my way, y'all. I'm on my way. We're going to make it happen. I hope to be in Africa this year, by the end of this year. Visiting. Not living yet. Visiting. So thank you, Jambo. It's so good to see you here. Okay, let's go in. Hey, oh wait, Kim is in the building. We almost started without my Kimmy Kim. Kimmy Kim is in the building. Kim. Anyway, sorry. Okay, hey, Chris, you have anything you want to say? Because there's one thing I wanted to also, while you want, let's bring up one is, hold on a second. I have to go there. Let me make sure. I wanted to make sure we give Chris platform a shout out. Chris, you want to tell him about your new season?
Yeah. So for those that have been following us, thank you so much. The conference call. We're back we're doing season 3 of Drag Race, the recap show. We've just put out our first 2 shows. The last show we uploaded on Monday, and they're actually doing really well. So thank you to all those that have watched. If you haven't watched, Ronald will show you a little preview, and then also I think he'll put the link in the show notes as well. For those Drag Race lovers, it comes on every Friday night at 8 p.m. And we do a recap. We record a recap show on Sunday nights and either put it out Sunday or Monday morning. Typically, it goes out Monday afternoon around noon Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, we've just been having fun. So it's myself, TJ, and then Ronald has been joining us for the past 2 weeks. And I think that he's going to stick around because the reaction's been really good. He's been having fun with it. So yeah.
There we go. Here we go. So I'm going to bring it up so you guys can see so when you go onto YouTube, you will be able to find it. And here we go. I'm going to share that on the screen so you'll have that, because we want to support our brother Chris. And yes, there it is, the conference call. I love the new graphics, all the thumbnails, and it's so nice to see Mr. Ron there. But look at that. Look at the graphics. Look at that. They just, Chris don't do anything shabby.
Well, we gotta try to put something good out.
You guys, and if you have not seen it, it is funny listening to them. They are so good. And look, Gwendolyn has already chimed in. She says,
"Listen,
Ronald
Gwendolyn comments a lot on the show, like in the comment section. She has a good time.
Ronald is great on the show, so there's a great addition. Seeing Ronald there, Mr. Cinnamon Twist.
Yeah. So let me give the backstory on that. So TJ was like, "Well, what we should try to do is, because we're watching Drag Race, we should come up with drag names. So every week, I think we're going to try to give ourselves different drag names."
Each week.
I think we're going to try to do each week. So we'll see what happens on Monday when the next episode drops.
Was it Titania?
Titania
back.
So that's a play on this titanium back. And then Cinnamon Twist comes from Ronald made cinnamon rolls last week. And then, of course, mine is glute gluten-free because
That's
I
right,
am
because you are
gluten-free.
gluten-free. That's right.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, he cannot have gluten. He must be. It must be gluten-free for our
Yeah.
wonderful Chris. Yeah, as Kimmy says, that will be fun.
So definitely go check it out, the conference call. And this is Drag Race, the recap show.
Okay, guys, so make sure you check it out. I think it's worth your time. You will enjoy it. It is, Chris. You get to see another side of Chris that you don't get to see here. Chris is a little more conservative here, even though he
Yeah.
can get a little feisty once in a while here. But on his show, he is like
Listen,
they
you can't give it all the way in one space.
yes, they be going in on that
Yeah.
show. That show is hilarious.
It's
And
fun. It's fun.
and they all have good chemistry, and they all come from a different perspective. They
Yeah.
all give you different angles, so
Yeah.
you will learn something if you
Like
hang out at the conference call.
I'm pretty much like the moderator. I moderate I navigate the show, but
Mhm.
like Ronald and TJ are pretty much the experts. Like they've been watching since season one. I'm a late comer to this whole thing. I enjoy it. We watch it together, and it's just like we have a good time. It's a good time. It's good, clean fun.
I love it. I love it. And again,
Like
as a
fun.
reminder, I have to do what all the rest of the YouTubers are doing. Hit the like. Hit the like. You gotta just keep reminding people because people forget. I mean, when I go on anyone's platform, the first thing I do is hit the like, so that way I don't have to
Yeah, but here's the thing.
remember.
Hitting the
Yes.
like is good, but also if you come here and you watch it all the time and you're not subscribed, you're doing yourself a disservice. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. That is
Thank you.
important.
Yes, right. Hit subscribe. Pass it on to your friends. I
Yeah,
hope what we do is give you valuable content. I don't think the regulars would be here if they weren't getting something that was helping them or beneficial.
yeah.
So definitely become, hit that like,
And hit the
subscribe, and
notification button.
share.
Notification button's important as well. I can't stress. It's so important because a lot of times, we had busy lives, you forget something, but that notification will notify you before you go live or right when you go live so that, okay, I can tune in. It's
Yes,
just do it. It's
all
easy.
my
Subscribe,
platforms. I
follow,
hit
and notification button.
I hit the notification button on all of my favorites. Like I have Roland Martin, I have Don Lemon, I have Joy Reid, I have Rachel Maddow, I have Lawrence O'Donnell. These are all my favorites YouTubers, podcast people. There's a bunch of more out there. Anyway, I have a question for you all before we get started on the fires, the West Coast fires in California. What are you drinking this morning? I have started drinking hibiscus every morning, and I am really enjoying it. I feel so alive. I don't know if it's the hibiscus or is it that I have a clean colon.
Probably that.
After taking all that stuff, but I have a hibiscus with cinnamon and ginger.
That actually sounds pretty good. Honestly right now I'm drinking ginger ale, and the reason why I'm drinking ginger ale, I've been up since about 1 o'clock this morning, and I've had tea around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So like this is more than midday for me. This is like early evening.
Anthony says he has a Nespresso coffee. Kimmy says she has water. What else are you guys drinking out there? What are you drinking out there? What are you drinking today, this morning? Maybe you put us onto something new, but I'm loving the
Hibiscus.
hibiscus. It's really and it's a play on Jamaica because Jamaicans they use hibiscus for their sorrel.
Sorrow.
And so sorrows. I'm saying it right, Chris? Sorrow?
Sorrow. Well, we got
Sorrow.
sorrow. Sorrow.
Sorrow. And man, when you get a good sorrow from, oh man.
Listen to me. I look forward to the holidays to get that sorrow. And then here's the other thing too. People don't realize you can leave that for like a year or so, and it ferments a little bit. That is some good sorrow.
I did not know that, Chris.
Yes, when I went to New York for Thanksgiving, I had some sorrow. Didn't realize that sorrow was from the previous Thanksgiving.
What?
Keep it refrigerated. Still good.
Wow. Well, see, I
Yeah.
can't keep anything in the refrigerator a week. I drink.
Well, see, but so
I
let me
make a
give you a
brew
little.
every
Let me
week.
give you a little tip. Most Jamaicans have more than one refrigerator. And if you have a house with a
Oh.
garage, you have a refrigerator in the garage. So my parents have a refrigerator in the garage, and that's where it stays. Yeah.
Ah.
All my other Caribbeans, I'm sure that they can attest to this. And you always have more than one freezer. There's a freezer in the basement. And even we have a second freezer here.
Wow. Did not see. You always
Most
you
Caribbean people,
always school me in your Jamaican ways.
most Caribbean people do.
Things the Caribbean people do. G says she's doing apple juice this morning. Apple juice. Nice. Elisa's in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Also, as we go through these what first we're going to talk about the different ways. I think we're going to go backwards. I want to highlight the photographers that are photographing this tragedy in LA.
Natural
And
disaster.
the media, photographers work very hard in getting us the story, going out into the dangerous places and getting us the story. And what I find is also, it is media. There's only but so much they can do in a segment. Is that photographers, they take series of photos. Series. They don't. A photographer doesn't just go on the scene and take one shot, pack your bags, and go. Even though on the media, mainstream media, they only show you one photo or two photos or maximum three photos of one photographer's perspective of an event of any kind. Hey, Mr. Warren, I see you in there. He says Happy New Year. Yeah. So I said, why not on this Focus Friday? We will look at some of the photos of some of these amazing photographers that are on the ground. And so I went through and saved some for you so that way we can look at it together and some of their work and what they're doing also, like journalists. We have some video as well. And this is also to help you. I want to help you understand how I do my research, and then how I am also I have reached out to some of these folks by just saying thank you. Like, because, and I'll show you. I'll keep you in the loop of how we're going to do this. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go and present. I'm going to present first through my Instagram account that I've saved. Some of these amazing, amazing photographers and their work. And here we go. Excellent. Share. So this is footage. Now, this is a video footage from Al Jazeera English, which, again, you know how I am always telling and sharing with you, because American television, or as Don Lemon says and Roland Martin says, legacy media, which is ABC News, MSNBC, all of these corporate-owned agencies in America, but mainly the main ones on our networks, they don't go into depth in what's going on around the world.
No.
You only get a very small segment. But for you to know what's going on around the world, or if you want to know what's going on here in America, you will get a more, in a lot of cases, I want to say all, in a lot of cases, you will get a more in-depth story from outside the country. Like, this is Al Jazeera, and they are talking about the prisoners. Here it is. I'll just give you the headlines here. I mean, can I get the sound on? Let me see. Let me get you this.
Reduced sentences. For every 1 day they spend fighting fires, they receive 2 days off their jail time. Many of the inmates see their contribution to fighting these fires as a source of pride and a ticket to a new life. But that's only if they can get through it first.
And so what they're talking about here is the incarcerated men, pretty much men, are fighting the fires, but they're making $1 a day. And the discrepancy of the rest of what here is, it says almost 1,000 U.S. prisoners have been fighting the fires raging across Los Angeles for pay as little as roughly $1 a day. The practice has been linked to modern day slavery, but is it that simple? Al Jazeera's Sore Lene takes a look.
Here's another question. All right, I'm going to pose this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for every day worked, they get 2 days off their prison sentence. So what happens when they their sentence is up and they're released back into society?
Mm-hmm.
As a convicted felon, it is extremely hard for them to get work.
Yes.
Will they be able to put this on their resume and it's looked upon more favorably so that they can actually get jobs? That's going to be the question moving forward. Because then it asks the question, what is the purpose of helping if it does not allow them to come back and be reintroduced to society?
Yes.
To contribute. Why would I want to go and do that if you're not going to be able to help me also on the outside?
Thank you, Chris. And that is also, there's a I didn't get his, I forgot to put his information in here, but he is doing a whole documentary and following the lives of these incarcerated men who are fighting the fires, and also hoping, like Chris just said, that them fighting these fires is also going to give them apprenticeship to be able to now have these skills, and that they will be able to become firefighters upon their release, because some of these folks are going to be released soon, because they have a system of how they're doing this, who gets to fight these fires based on their time, how much time they have left, and all this stuff. So they'll be able to give back to society and be hired by the LA.
But that's what I'm saying. Here's a perfect opportunity. There's a deficit in LA when it comes to firefighters right now.
Yes.
Why not hire these people that have already proved that they can do the work to be a part, to be a part of society again, and then 2, to do something that now they've proven that they can do.
I do believe
time will tell.
But I do believe the documentaries on ABC. I'll get that link to you. But it's also, so I go to Iceland. I love Iceland. I love different things, different parts of Europe. I look at Norway and Finland, and I'm always curious about how their governments are run. And one of the major contributors to their prison system in Northern Europe is that it's all about rehabilitation. It is not like America. You just lock someone up and then they're just done. In the Northern European countries, it is all about rehabilitation, finding out what caused the problem, why they went into crime, why did they murder someone, why did they steal, why did they thief. They go all in to figure out why that person did what they did, and then they have the it's not only just the being locked up, but they have psychologists, they have doctors, they have counseling, and they have these internships in putting people back into society. So it is a good thing that, it's controversial here in America, because America is not used to. America's about revenge. It's like, oh, they did this, I want them to pay, I want them to. But there are many contributing factors of why people commit crime. Sometimes mental illness, maybe they're not on their medication,
Lack of
maybe they're
resources.
depressed. There's a whole lot that goes into why people do what they do. But we as American citizens need to help and need to find a way to rehabilitate. Yes, this is Elise says that's what real restorative justice looks like.
Yeah.
Love that. And also she says that makes sense, Chris, because they will come out with experience.
Yeah.
Nice. Also, Derek says, hey, Derek, good morning, Derek. Derek says the BBC gives a broader perspective of the news. Yes, news outside of America, unfortunately, unless you're looking at someone like Rachel Maddow or Roy Reid or a Lawrence O'Donnell. I will say Anderson Cooper, he does what he can, as much as he can, with the CNN ability he has there.
He's censored.
But he's censored. Unfortunately, he can't go all in and go all out.
Well, I know that he was doing like that Sunday show where he spends 1 hour on one topic. That's the only thing. And I haven't been watching CNN since
I haven't watched
the election, but I know that he was doing that because I've watched several of them, and you can go so much more in depth when you're taking a half an hour talking about a specific topic. When you literally are trying to cover the entire world in like 30 minutes and you spend 30 seconds on a news soundbite, you're not getting news.
No, you're not.
You're just getting clickbait. 3 minutes.
3 minutes is 3 minutes. That's pretty much. It's like next subject, 3 minutes, next subject.
And not even that. It's about the commercials because a half an hour programming only really allots 17 to 20 minutes of actual coverage. You're not getting anything.
Yeah, so that's where that is. So let me go to the next video. I wanted to share you the photos. Let me see, is this one the one I wanted to look at? Yes, this is the one from Hollywood. Yeah, this is it. Okay, great. So we're gonna share this one. Here we go. Some more because when you actually see what photographers are putting out in these places, you really get a grasp of how horrible this is.
They're like war correspondents going out into the field.
They are. It is war. Here's Warren says, I was very disappointed with CBS News when watching their full broadcast coverage of the LA fire, and not a single Black or brown person was interviewed until this week. I see David says, I don't know the details, but don't companies make millions from the prisons? Yep. I saw a documentary years ago about this, but I remember the details. Yes, it is a industrial complex. As Biden was talking about, the industrial complex, prisons are an industrial complex. I see here, Anthony says, more often than not, folks turn to crime because they were never given a chance, because the gatekeepers felt like they weren't worth it. Sometimes a chance is all that's needed. And can we all say amen to that?
Amen.
Being a youth director, and I was a youth director for I was a youth director for 4 years, and I was a youth counselor and leader for 15 years. And you can change the direction of a life by investing in a life, especially when people are young. Yep. And sometimes it's just giving them a hug, or just saying, I love you, or I believe in you.
Yep. Everyone wants to be seen and to be acknowledged as a human being.
Yeah. And Warren says again, and the CBS reporter grilled the LA mayor like he was her daddy. I've never seen this before, and it's because she's Black.
Yep.
There's a different standard for Black leaders than white leaders, Hispanic leaders, and white leaders. It's a
Always
different
been the
standards
case.
for each. If you are not white, and this is not to be, but I know people get say, "Why you always hopping on black and white?" But this is America. America is a black and white country. It is always about black and white. It is all about, people of color versus, people that are not. And not that they're warring against each other, but there's two standards in America, and we all know it. We just have to be honest with it. Well, and I'll sidebar, and I want to get to this photo. Sidebar. When I was living in South Africa, what I adored about South Africa is that they had just come out of apartheid, but yet on every, like, you see the morning news, like they have morning news talk, they talk about racial conflict every day. Like, it's such a normal part of conversation that no one gets upset and say, "Oh, they're talking about white people again, and they're talking about black people." No, it's just part of the conversation. And I just and thanks to Nelson Mandela, who created these panels, these forums, where they could come together and have conversations, and they even call it Reconciliation Day. They have a day called Reconciliation Day for those who came through apartheid, those that stole, those and people that took from the black people, and people that died and all that stuff, and they reconcile every year. But they did it every day. It's on the news, it's everywhere. Anyway, I side, but we can talk about that another day. But it is an amazing what makes South Africa. They're newer in their democracy and the way they are, creating an environment for everyone. America needs to have Reconciliation Day every day.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
And so it's up to all of us as we are doing it. When we talk about black and white, it is a form of reconciliation. And that is so important, so needed. Hey, Lisa. Lisa's in the building. She said, I'm late. Good morning, everyone. So good to see you. Guys, again, if you're just entering, make sure you hit the likes. See, hit the likes. Hit the likes. Every time you join, hit the likes. Hit the likes. Anyway, okay, next. Here's the photos. More photos. This batch of photos, like, I mean, you're not seeing any of this on the news. You're seeing clippets and pieces, but these photographers are going all in. I do believe this. This is just from Al Jazeera. They don't give the listing of all the photographers. I do believe this is EPA Images. Oh, yeah, here they go. Okay, they got Josh Eldenson, Ethan Laurent, Ethan Swoop, and Robin Beck. As Allison Denier, and Caroline Braham, and again, EPA Images. Just want to make sure we get their names in here as we go through their photos. I mean, look at this. You don't get to see this on the news, even though the photographers are putting out so much work.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's incumbent on us anyway, because we're not seeking traditional news, to make sure that the outlets that we're following are sharing this stuff. So, for instance, even some of the YouTubers that I follow that are based out of California, they're actually they're creating content showcasing, I don't say showcasing, but highlighting the devastation. The fact that they can't even go out because the air quality is bad. They're telling people you need to wear a respirator.
Yes, the air quality is so bad. They have to wear these special masks. Here's another set of pictures from EPA Images. The photographers on here. This is Etanine Laurent, and this is his photos. And let's see here. I thought this one would have more photos to it. Let me see. And this is also, did we go through there? Okay, here we go. I mean,
this is the photo that's been shown so many, like, whenever you turn anywhere online, this is the photo you see. This one mansion with the spiral staircase.
Yeah, these are the photos of Ethan Swoop photo. This is actually his account on Instagram. So he's a photographer that's been, I do believe he's on AP, Associated Press. But yes, again, this is his account. So he's bringing you all his footage from what he's captured. Ethan Swoop photo. This is another famous shot.
Yeah, this country's never seen fire this devastating in such a populated area ever. Yeah. Ever. You know, we're used to seeing like hurricanes come and barrel through. But the thing with a hurricane, though, it comes on shore and it barrels through and it's done. This has been going on now for over 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the... Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm saying as long as the winds are keep going, this is going to keep moving and keep this fire will continue to be fed because all you need is air to feed a fire.
Look at that. These photos are just breathtaking.
And we have to remember, it's not just celebrity. Everyone thinks that, oh, it's California, it's celebrities, they have money. No, I mean it's them, it's regular people, it's people that have been there for generations. Their parents came there as immigrants, were able to purchase a home. They've passed it down to their kids. It's generational. Yes. You know, all the people that support, quote unquote, all the rich people, they live and work there also. You know, they're losing everything.
Yes.
It's not and I hate when people say, oh, well, it's a blue state, so we're not going to support. Like, they're Americans. It doesn't matter what you believe, who you voted for. This is just human life and people's lives and livelihoods. Not only have they lost their homes, they've lost their businesses. Listen, I know people personally that have lost their place of business. They have lost their homes. Now, it's one thing to say, all right, I lost my home, but now you also lost your means of income to maybe rebuild. Like, what are they supposed to do? Not everyone has family. And they're also saying that if you have GoFundMes, it can you can get less support from the Red Cross because you have additional monies coming in. So, you know, what are people supposed to do?
Man, look at that. It's just... again, I mean, the photography is just You know, I was looking through these as I was preparing this for you guys, and at some points as you are looking at these photos, you just stop and you just say a prayer for the folks out there. You say a prayer for all those that have lost so much. And these are such great photos. And again, these are the photos of Ethan Swoop photos and from Los Angeles, California.
Ron, did you see the episode? I think Don Lemon did it earlier this week where there was a group of, I don't know if they were photographers or videographers, who went back and actually retraced some of the footage that people had done previously. So they had a side-by-side, like walking video of what the places look like.
Yes, that was incredible. Yes,
devastatingly.
That was something. I remember that. That was some footage. It was on someone's Google account or YouTube.
I think so.
Yeah, but let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to see. Let me see if I can pop this in here. I'm gonna copy and paste. So copy, and then I'm gonna put that in here so that way you guys you can see actually his name. So that way you can go to his page. There we go. So these are the photos of Ethan Swoop photo. So that way he can get some credit there. And if people see his work, they can support, because a lot of times photographers do not get their fair due.
Yeah.
And so I would like to make sure that I am celebrating photographers. We are a platform that deals with politics and photography, and those that love both. And that's pretty much the profile of the folks here. And so this is Ethan. So just so you saw Ethan swoop photos, got that up there. Okay, I'm going to share another one for you. And guys, if you have any thoughts, you are more than welcome. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I saw Lisa was saying something here. Push HTV in front of that link. Okay, I see someone has a link that's going on out there. I see here David says a lot of conservatives in those districts, and I wonder how they feel when they hear Trump making this a political issue. Can't feel too good.
And here's the thing: what people don't realize is that, all right, you call a state a certain color. That does not mean that every single soul that lives in that area believes or is either Democratic or Republican. They're mixed in. So there are people in California that voted for Trump, and Trump is talking this way, and it's just like, no, we are suffering. We need help. This has nothing to do political. You know, this is a natural disaster, or if it was man-made originally, but Mother Nature took over and has spread this thing, and it's in multiple areas. These people need help. It doesn't matter who you voted for. It doesn't matter what religion or ethnic race you belong to. If you need help, you need help. Point blank.
Yes. And again, tragedy doesn't select.
Yeah.
It doesn't select. Oh, this is a Democrat, so we're going to tragedy is going to come upon the Democrats. It's just going to come across the Republicans. No, we are all going to pay for this, guys. We're all going to pay in our insurances. If you have a home and you pay home insurances, you will be paying for this. This is going to affect the whole country. This is the largest disaster in California history, I do believe. I see here also, David says 42% of California voted red this year. Yeah, so they need to start thinking about, this is not about politics. I mean, Trump doesn't know how, because he thinks as a child, it's me, they. That's how a child thinks. He can't think in, in a form of maturity.
And the other thing too, this is the largest economical natural disaster, I believe, because when they're starting to add up the numbers, it's going to be the most expensive, more than any hurricane, earthquake, or flood.
Lisa says that link is a huge spread. We didn't see the link come across, but it says a link, huge spreadsheet done by the 15% organization with each and every family in Altadena that needs help. Send that to me so I can put that also in the description. If you are on YouTube and you click on, they're already listed, so that way I want to make sure you can just go to them immediately. But we can add on some of these to the description of this video of ways you can help, because we're going to go into that in a little bit. Let me look at the time. Okay, good. We're almost there to do that. David says, State Farm dropped their Super Bowl ad this year. Feeling guilty, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was guilty.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to one. Let's get one more set, and this is from a young lady, Zoe, and Zoe Myers. And there, her photos. And what I do is to find some of these photos that I'm highlighting is that when I see them in a story, I look for the name that people, because, when photographers take photos, usually at the bottom of the photo, you have to you have to give credit. So it has their name on it. So I would look in and look at their name And again, some of them I was able to also send out and say thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for the work you're doing out in California. But look at that. And each photographer gives you a different perspective.
Because everyone has a different eye.
Yeah. This is like the aftermath.
This is like, can you imagine coming home or being in a situation where you've lost everything you've worked so hard for your entire life, for your family, and then looking to your neighborhood and seeing that everyone that you know, the community that you've built is gone.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even imagine.
Look at that.
Here's the other thing too. Not only is this an economical tragedy, but there's going to be a lot of mental issues after this, and people need to really think about and to take care of their mental wellness, because this is devastating.
This is devastating.
How do you even start to comprehend how you're going to come back from this?
The emotional toll. The emotional toll will be felt for generations.
Yeah.
Because they've lost everything. It's like one of the people they interviewed, she goes, how do you decide what to take in a moment's notice that you have to leave your home? How do you narrow everything down to the most important things that you need to get out the house, get out and run? How do you narrow that down? So sad. I see Lisa says here, in line with what Chris said, I heard insurance companies are also trying to subtract GoFundMe's donations from payouts, which is insane.
Yeah, these people need this support. Like, why are you never mind, I don't want to get into this whole insurance thing, because I think insurance is a scam.
Oh, it is. Insurance is the biggest racket in America. It is the big. If they told you we were going to just give you an account when you're a kid, like you're a young kid, first of all, they should be teaching kids how to save money. And it's a good way. This is another good way to teach kids how to save money. You are going to need insurance when you get older. So you need to put a little percentage away into your account somewhere that is going to be protected by, from the markets, that can also increase with the markets. And then put in $5, $10, $20, $50, $30, $100 as you get older, a percentage of your salary as your own insurance. So things happen, you have your individual account to use if tragedy happens.
Yeah. All these systems are broken. They're all broken.
But it's all gimmicks. It's all gimmicks for corporations to win. Okay, Warren says, and when you hear the people who hold the money, you need to help rebuild this person to you as if you are a in a chess, along with losing everything you have. I can only imagine how that feels. And I see here Lisa says, from all the reports, it seems like Altadena was such a great little neighborhood, all different groups living together harmoniously. Yeah. It does seem like that was people are talking about the Palisades and the cliffs, but this community they were talking about the generational wealth that was created by so many Black families that moved west and got their first property. It was the first county area in LA to accept Black people into their community, to become diverse and integrated. The walls of segregation broke down in this particular community early on. It was the first. And the stories, I'm learning so much about this place that I never knew existed.
Yeah.
Lisa says, not related, but everyone should be saving for eye care and dental or for old age because insurance doesn't cover most things in that area. Yep. Insurance companies are brutal. Insurance companies are brutal. Lisa says, Palisades won't let blacks live there, so they made Altadena. Yep. Here we go. We go to the next photo, and I think we're gonna go, and then we're gonna go into some of the. Look at that. And there we have it. So here are some other areas I wanted to share with you. Just some information. The first one I'm going to give to you, hold on, is, let me start sharing that. And man, guys, if you just joined, make sure you hit the likes. And also if you and comment, if you got things that you want to share, and please put it inside the comment box like everyone's doing here. I love the chat. You guys are really giving some thoughtful chats here. Comments, some thoughtful comments. Here we go. The first one is this is the one I was looking at and I wanted to share with you all. Here's one. So this one is called Word in Black. It's an organization, and it's a newsletter. They donate groundbreaking collaboration of 10 legendary Black news publishers, and you can follow them. I've been looking at their work. This one says After Schools Burn, What Happens to Black Students, and they go into all of this. But they also have different ways to connect. They also have different information, how you can help. So this is a good platform that you can look at. Black Stories Matter, but they've been covering a lot of what's going on in California, especially the out. Let me just go. There was another thing I was looking at because they actually had a list of how you can support on their page. Where was that? Black vote, Black racial. Okay, but you can go here, do some searching. Come on, get to the next ones. But it's called Word in Black, a groundbreaking collaboration of 10 legendary Black news publishers. So check that out. Oh, here it is. Donate. Support the work of Word in Black. Monthly donations. Okay, that's just for the platform. Okay, but here you go. You have it right there. Okay, and but yeah, they had a whole thing. I had it logged in there, but it's in here. And it's the link is the actual link to the to how they're raising money is inside the description of this video. Okay, the next one, I'm just going to have to just share my screen. How about that? Let me just go here and stop that, and I'm just going to just share the screen. So that way, yep, share screen. There we go. Okay, select entire screen. There we go. Because I'm going to be going through a bunch of these. Also, here's another one. This one is the
it's not sharing.
Oh, it's not sharing?
No,
oh, sorry, my bad. Thank you, buddy. Let me pop that in here. There we go. Click on it. There we go.
There you go.
Thank you, bud. And this is Altadena Fire Recovery Information Resources. This has all the information. Check your evacuation status, check status of your property, visit the one-stop assistance center, find missing people, where to collect your mail. All of this is there for if you have friends that are in the area, they don't know this information. Hopefully you can get this to them. But this is definitely a great resource. It's LA County Recovers. And they have all of this information here and the breakdown. And again, all of the links are here. This is probably, I think, this is one of the number ones of all the that gives you so much information. Also, let me see here.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to switch subjects here. I thought of something I want to kind of mention. We started off the show talking about social media and how these social media platforms are having such adverse impact on our society and governments. I have not heard of any donations from Meta, from Elon Musk, or from Bezos at all. And they all have homes in the California area.
Oh, see, I went live with myself. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna share with you my page as you guys are watching the page. But you will see here in the description. Will it allow me to get to the description? Yeah, there it is. So you will find here. There's also some other links here. I also put in here the Instagram contributor. You know, the photos that we looked at, so you can see their work on Instagram. You can also go to Roland, and then you can check out his page, which is just going to bring up this stuff here. But Roland Crump is doing, they are suing, and so it's the Crump, and what they're doing there on files LA wildfire lawsuit for some of the practices that are going on there. But check them out. Also, you can do this. It's nice you can see what we're doing as we are doing it live. And again, check out the description here. This is the exact link for the word in black. This is the story right here. And there you go. How to help Black wildfire survivors in Altadena in LA. That's the actual story. So that link is right there inside this description of this video, so you can see that as well.
Love YouTube.
Okay, the beauty of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So this is where we are, and obviously seeing ourselves again. And what else did I have? And I already get those. So, and if you have any other websites that you think that we could put in here, please send them to me, or you can put them in the comment box, and I'll be able to get them as well in the comment section, and we can be able to get this to people that are going to need this information. And you may have family and loved ones that need this information as well. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, and I think that's anything you guys are saying. What are you guys are saying in here now? Okay, Palisades. Okay, we're caught up. Lisa says, can all just throw up some quick hand claps for everyone who is standing on business and not attending the inauguration? He is probably having a crying fit, and how dare they? Yes,
well, not even that. The former presidents, all the clients that go to the luncheon as well.
Yes, they're not going.
Yeah.
Obama's not going. The Obamas are not going. The Bushes are not going, and the Clintons are not going. Yes, they're not going.
That's a break from tradition. And you know what? Here's my thing. Like, he bought the tradition. They should do it too. I mean, it's not tit for tat, but you know what though? I don't believe
this is where we are. This is the world that he created. This is where we are, and it's not being tit for tat. It's being, look, we don't support you. We don't support what you are doing. We don't support how you got into office. We don't support what you become. Become who you are. We are not supporting you, period. And that is where we are in America. Oops, sorry about that. But you know what I'm saying? It just can't be. We just can't. You know, we're going to be here celebrating Martin Luther King. So it is Monday, and it's our Motivation Monday. So we'll be going over our Motivation Monday stuff. And I am not thinking about the Orange Menace. And he's going to do what he's going to do. They're going to do what they're going to do. And we just got to build community and set up an environment that we all can be supportive of one another and support our communities, support our loved ones, support the families that we have, because when I say families, that doesn't mean blood only. We have families that God has given us. The gift of family is here. This is the family. So let's support. And but yeah, Chris, you have anything you want to share and say?
No, just, if you haven't been watching, go check out the conference call. The Drag Race Recap Show. The first 2 episodes are on our platform, and then the next show, episode 3, will drop on Monday at noon. Thank you guys for the support.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And Lisa says, it was what it is. At first, I was mad at Biden for kicking the TikTok ball, but now I'm glad. Let Dump deal with it. Yeah, man. So yeah, this is where we are. What time is it? Okay, we're good. We're on time. And guys, it's can you believe it's Friday already?
Yes. I'm looking forward to a
Where did the week
relaxed weekend.
go? Where did the week go?
As we get older, it flies, my friend.
It flies. It flies. Anyway, again, if you haven't hit the like, hit the likes. Make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you are over in the Instagram or LinkedIn, come on over to the YouTube channels and subscribe. Join us here. I hope that this was informative. I hope that you got something out of this. This is content that you can give to others and share. I think the discussion was great. I think we had a great conversation about what's going on. And yeah, I see you guys over in Instagram. Come on over to YouTube. Touchbase, just go onto Google, hit Touchbase Daily, and you'll be right here. Or just go into my page, Ron Lewis Photos. Okay, and I think we're good. I think we're gonna square it off there. Let me see here. I think we're good. I see big Derek says a big F you to the Orange Menace. Yes. So if this has been before we go, I just want to see where are you guys awake? If this was beneficial, let me know by putting a thumbs up. If this was beneficial, put a thumbs up. If you don't think it was beneficial, put a thumbs down. But if you think it was beneficial, put a thumbs up so we know how to continue building content in this community. Okay. I see that. Can I get mine? Can I get mine to do it for? I can't ever get mine to do
Pull
it.
back to the sides. Pull back to the sides. Right there. No. Hold it right there.
It won't do
you know
it.
what? I know
My
you
page won't do it. I can't get it to do it while I'm on StreamYard.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. Anyway. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and thumbs up if you found this rewarding. Well, I don't guess not that too many people found it rewarding. I only got Kim. I only see Kim. Ron is a clone.
Are you AI?
Yes. So I only see a couple of people with the thumbs up. So maybe we won't do this kind of stuff anymore. So again, this is your community. So you make it what you want. So you let me know. He says keep practicing, Ron. There we go. Lisa has a thumbs up. Kimmy has a thumb up. Okay. I know some of you may be driving. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. Again, oh, there's a thumb from Hannah. Okay. We got some people responding. This was a beneficial. This was a beneficial moment. Show today. Also, just so you know, again, if you haven't, for those that Aya's in the building, what's going on, Aya? She sends a thumbs up. Did you see my last question? Oh, what was your question? Nope, I didn't see your last question. Is it? Oh, here we go. Is it possible for someone to make a little guide for when everyone's show comes on in our community? I miss everything. Oh, that's a good idea. How about this? Lisa, if you guys, if Lisa could probably spearhead this, I was gonna like give her an assignment. But yeah, if anyone wants to do that, and Lisa, if you want to, you can guys, if you have a program like Chris has a show, Gwendolyn has a show, Elise has her moments, so she comes on. Yeah, anyone else has a show on here? Derek pops on with his DJ. So you're going to check out Derek Tuggle, Mr. DT. And yeah, so there's a bunch of folks in here that do postings and do give out content to everyone. You got Dr. Tachi. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. But someone has to spearhead.
Well, I think Lisa said she asked me for the DM her the shows and times, and she'll make the guide.
Okay. So if you guys have something, we'll do it. Hey, Janet's in the building. I didn't see you in the building. Hey, Janet is in the building. She has applause. She gets yes. Inauguration moving indoors. I guess that will justify the crowd size. Yes. because it's supposed to be the coldest day in hell. Now,
That sounds like that was accurate.
it's gonna be the coldest. Monday is gonna be
hell
so
froze
cold.
over. Hell froze over.
It's gonna be the coldest day in 40 years for the inauguration.
I wish it snowed and rained and all the things.
And it's gonna snow. It's gonna snow Monday night. So it's gonna be snow. It's gonna be cold. Yes, baby.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be a cold, snowy day. We're getting 2 to 4 inches here in New York. So we're getting some snow here in New York on Sunday night. I cannot wait so I can get out on Monday. Even though it's gonna be cold, but I'm gonna get out there and do some photography. Okay, I see all the thumbs up. And also, again, I am on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, I am there. There we go. So you can see me all set up there. I've invested some time over there. Not that I know, we'll see how that all works out. And also, if you want to find me on Fanbase, you can click on that. You just go straight to my this QR code right here. You can scan that, or you can also just go to my Linktree tab in the links in my YouTube video. Okay, guys, I think that's it. We're out of here. Saying goodbye to you guys is so hard. I miss you all. This has been so good to see you.
Well, you'll be back again on Monday.
Monday, we'll be back. We'll be back Monday. Take care, guys. I will see you Monday. Bye.